I wanted to make a video on a football player that has been absolutely amazing this season. Every single game I've watched them in, I've sat there and I've just been like, yeah. The amount of stuff that is absolutely insane that's just become normal for them. And of course, it's Graham Hansen. Of course, it is Graham Hansen. Amazing. In my opinion, she's number one for the Ballon d'Or as of current. I think she's number one for the Ballon d'Or. I'm trying to think of other players who are number one for the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, it depends on if Barca win the Champions League, because that's what it always depends on. It always depends on that. It depends on how good Barca do. But in my opinion, no one's been better than her individually. No one has been better than her, and if she doesn't get the Ballon d'Or, it is genuinely a robbery. And she has been good for a very long time. This isn't sort of like her breakout season. Graham Hansen's always been good, but this season she's been world class. Like, completely, she has been the greatest player on the planet as of current. It's just been amazing, just that switch, and she's just turned into this monster. Whenever I do videos on these players, the videos that I've done is Aitana Bonmati, Lauren James, now Graham Hansen, there was one thing that puts them all in the same class, and that is individual excellence. They don't have to rely on a team to do anything. Yes, when their teammates are doing really well, yeah, it makes them even better, but their individual excellence. Graham Hansen can dribble past anyone she wants. Anytime she wants. That right side, yeah. If I'm a left back and I've got to defend Graham Hansen, I'm quitting. I'm leaving the pitch, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it. The way she turns defenders, and normally what the teams do is they double up on Graham Hansen, because like you can't just leave her with one defender. They double up, and then she just gets through both of them. It is absolutely disgusting. Also, the way that she doesn't do the one thing. She doesn't just sit there and go, I'm just going to cut in and shoot. Like, if she did that, maybe it would have been a lot easier to defend her. No, because sometimes she cuts in, sometimes she shoots. Sometimes she crosses the ball. Sometimes she passed it to Aitana, who's making a run into the box. Sometimes she'll sit there and she'll go, actually, I'm just going to pass it back onto the wing for the fullback that's running behind her. There is no way you can predict her. There is no way, because she's good at everything. She can do these excellent crosses, she can do these passes, but she can also shoot from far. So it's like, how on earth do you defend her? It isn't a video on an individual without reading out their stats, and these stats are they're insane. So far, this is in the league, by the way. In the Liga F, she has played 16 matches, scored 14 goals, and assisted 12 times. That is 26 goals and assists in 16 matches. She's not even a striker. She's not a striker. Last season, okay, this is how many she got last season for the whole of last season. She had 13 matches, 11 goals and 6 assists. That's really good. That is such good stats for a winger. For a winger, that is amazing stats. Okay, this season, bearing in mind this season hasn't ended yet, she's still got a bunch of games to play. It's disgusting. Champions League, currently 5 matches, 4 goals. That's in the Champions League. Last season she got 6 matches, 2 goals. That was for the whole of last season in the Champions League. Bearing in mind they got to the final and she scored that amazing goal against Chelsea. But this season she's got 4 goals in 5 matches. We ain't even reached the knockout stage yet. She ain't playing the knockout stages. It's just disgusting. Like you can say what you want about her. Like, she's just a beautiful footballer to watch. But also, her output is insane. She will score goals. She has no problem scoring goals. But she will not just score them, she will assist them. She will assist them. And it doesn't count pre-assists, but she's probably got a bunch of them. She's probably got a bunch of pre-assists as well. She's just insane. Her passing, also, I feel like I touched on it a little bit. Her passing is amazing. Her passing style changes depending on the team. She's not sort of one that, I'll just do a long ball. She'll do these short ones, and the greatest ones are when she's linking up with Aitana. Those are the beautiful ones. She's very good at sort of adapting at the time. She's not sort of one like, oh, if this isn't working, I'm just going to keep trying it. She'll adapt. She'll learn what the defender does. She'll learn what the defender is good at, and she'll just adapt. And it's absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen Graham Hansen, just watch her assists. They are genuinely beautiful. These balls into the box are absolutely beautiful. And she just knows her teammates as well. I feel like that's one thing that she doesn't get enough credit for, is that she knows what her teammates are going to do. She knows what everyone's going to do around her. She knows how to sort of play it into them. She's not sort of one of those, well, let me just do it, guys. Oh, and I did a good ball. So, no, she'll work with these players and she'll sit there and she'll go, okay, yeah, I'll get the perfect ball for Patry because Patry loves a header. Patry just loves to pop up in the box randomly. You'll be like, where'd she come from? I touched on her link-up play a little bit, but her link-up play is immense. Her and Aitana, in the Aitana video, I obviously talked about the way they link up, but the goals them two produce, it's just the way they play through these defenders as if they're under nines. You just sat there thinking, this is embarrassing, because they will sit there, they'll do these silky passes, and you're like, oh, and they know where each other's going to be. They know everything they're about to do. They do not make these silly mistakes where they're like, oh, but you were there. They know how to work with each other. And when you have two players of that ability, of that world-class nature, it's just like, how do you defend it? How? Because for me, there's no way you can. There is no way you can. The most common criticism of Graham Hansen is Norway. It's like, well, yeah, she can do it with Barcelona because she can't do it with Norway, so that means that she's not good. She's only relying on good players. And I have to tell you, stop doing that. The situation in Norway is dire currently. Everything bad is going on behind the scenes. We've known this. It's public knowledge that Norway is not that good behind the scenes. Graham Hansen's even said it. Hegerberg is probably the most, famous one to sort of go, and she quit the national team entirely for about, I don't know how long, I think a year. You cannot judge her for that. You look at the talent that Norway have. They've got such good talent. They've got a Ballon d'Or winner on their side, and they can't win. That is not because of the talent. That is because of the manager. That is because of all the behind the scenes stuff. It's like me saying Mappy Leon can't be good because she didn't perform for Spain. Do you know how England? Do you know how ignorant that would be for me to sit there and go, Mappy Leon not good because where's Spain? No, Mappy Leon not good because England knocked out Spain in Euros. No, because that doesn't take into consideration everything that happens behind the scenes. Obviously, players are not going to be their best when things are very toxic behind the scenes. Obviously, players are not going to be very best when sort of the manager is shit and the manager cannot manage. It's a fact. It's just life. These aren't players who can robots who can just, let me just pretend, let me just block everything out and just do it. How is she supposed to perform when no one else is? How is she supposed to perform when the manager's not doing their job? So I think if you talk about Norway and you say, she can't win the Ballon d'Or because Norway not in Olympics. Number one, Olympics isn't really going to take that big of a deal for the Ballon d'Or. I think it cuts off anyway, halfway between the Olympics. It did that for the World Cup. But it doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter about your nation's form. If you're really good, then you're really good at the end of the day. She deserves the Ballon d'Or. That is it. I will not take the fact that she hasn't been nominated for a Ballon d'Or. For me is disgusting. Last season she deserved it better than most people. I'm not going to say any names, but she deserved it better than a lot. She needs to win it. She needs to. I'm trying to think of the players that I've sat there and I've gone, wow. Like I've genuinely sat there and I've just gone, like, I can't even criticise Graham Hansen. I try to think of these criticisms of Graham Hansen, but I can't. It's one of those videos where I'm just like, let me try and, I guess you could say Norway, but like that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. There is no criticism valid for Graham Hansen as of current. She's amazing. Every single team in the world would have her started. Every single team, every single nation, every single ever, she would start. She is so good. And if she doesn't get the Ballon d'Or, I say we email the Ballon d'Or and we say, look, this needs to stop now, okay? Because Grace said it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know this video is quite short, but I haven't made a video in a long time, so I sort of wanted to get back into the groove of it. And I know what you're wondering, Grace, why are you wearing a hat? I know that you were wondering that from the start. The reason why is because I just had a shower and I don't want people to go, ew, why does your hair look like that? Your hair looks rancid. Nah, we're not doing this year, girls. We're not doing this year. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe, I guess. I feel like I have to say that. Subscribe, like, comment about how much you love Graham Hansen. If anyone comments says they hate Graham Hansen, then I'll I'll literally take your hat away. So you don't do that. Anyway, follow me on TikTok. Yeah, guys. It for some weird reason I found out that people aren't necessarily from TikTok on here, which I was shocked by. I thought a lot of people were from TikTok. It's the same as my username. It's the same as my YouTube username, PaulTheChicken13. I post. You guys get to see me that way instead of this way, which is fun. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.